And welcome back to Positive Vibration Foundation Master Clip Series with our special. This is episode 4 where we're going to be introducing keys and guitar. We have Andrew Block, who we've been speaking with. He's going to jump on guitar. And on keys, we have Andrew Yanofsky. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks. Yeah, in keeping with sort of our 60s vibe, using sort of the meters as like our sound inspiration, we had to bring in the B3 organ, which is a classic church organ from predominantly African-American churches from the 50s through today, really. And it's a huge part of gospel music and was a huge part of soul music in general throughout the 60s and early 70s and still today. Andrew is a great keyboard player who I thought could sort of harness that sound that we're going for, sort of the Art Neville rhythmic percussive sound. And we've got the Leslie, which is the speaker that goes with the organ, out in the kitchen so that we can sort of have it separated a little bit. I've got a ES335, which is a guitar that's been used forever, since like the 50s or something. And I'm playing through a 66 Fender Vibrolux. Again, we're doing it 60s style, so we're going to keep it like that. And yeah, so why don't we jump in the other room and I'll show you some of the miking that I used on the Leslie and the amp. So yeah, we're out in the kitchen, obviously, but you can really make any space work as long as you sort of are creative with the acoustical properties in the room. We've got the Leslie out here. I used a C37, which is an old Sony mic from the 60s. And basically, you know, instead of capturing with a bunch of microphones, trying to get all this stuff, we're going 60s, and they were recording everything pretty much mono back then. And so I just sort of aim it at the corner because I feel like it catches this area where the speaker sort of spins. The Leslie has spinning speakers, which sort of project the sound all around and give it that almost like a Doppler effect. But yeah, just easy and simple. So I put this guitar amp speaker out here just so we could have a little bit of separation. And it's a 66 Fender Vibrolux. And I've got a Shure 315 ribbon microphone on it. Just again, trying to keep the sound warm. We don't want anything too bright because that's just not very indicative of the way things sounded in the 60s on some of these old funk and soul recordings. All right, so we're back in the control room. Andrew's out there on the B3. Andrew, why don't you play a little bit so we can hear the sounds we got? Sounds good to me. I don't really think we need to do too much to it.